listen over. You a queen when I less than I'm a gozy. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Hey, hey. Girl, you're such a powerful woman.
Hi my ninjas, how are you doing? It's your girl Owamie aka Miss Via Focal, reporting back for our entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, I'm definitely welcome. Please do make sure that I subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you, and do not forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. Now my ninjas, I'm really sorry that the videos are coming out late. When I tell you guys that my life has just been lifing, this month had hands, y'all. April had fists. This nigga was just punching right, middle, and center. I don't even want to lie. I'm just like, let this month end, you know. But anyway, we're grateful nonetheless. You know, we still are alive, and that is a big, big blessing. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and dip into the messages that's I don't know if it's Laconco or Laconco, I think so. That actually came out and said. Now obviously you guys remember that I did actually react to her exposing her relationship with Zuma and all this, but I feel like I didn't really deep into some of the stuff because of obviously I stopped reading since that Zulu was just out of this world. Now I did get someone on TikTok. Unfortunately, I saved the pictures and it does seem like this person's it's who? The After Munti News or something like that. And they kind of summarized everything and I felt like, this is interesting. Let me go ahead and just read it to you guys and then I'll give my comments on that. And then so the first one, I'm sure I'm gonna be putting this I will put the slides here. He loved me loud behind closed doors, okay? Laconco said she was broke at some point, hence she hustled hard I think there's just English here. I think it was supposed to in order. They said in order to provide for her little child. Being broke while dating a president is wild. Like not just wild, it's the wildest. Sometimes I would see him for 30 minutes and he would be fine. This time of my life was a test of being loyal to my values and principles, okay? Zuma naming their child Sakumuzi and leaving Laconco to raise the child alone. Kwezi accused Zuma of R. He also had a baby with Evan Koza's daughter. I've only dated one boy, Isokalaka Zuma, talking about a man who is 49 years older than her, okay? Now, obviously, this is some of the pictures that were just posted over there. Now, for me, guys, I think when I saw this, obviously, there was some stuff that I was looking at and I was like, wait a minute, like, this for me does not make sense. You being broke when you literally have Zuma's child, that is wild business, you know. For you to have to go out there and hustle for Zuma's child, wild business, not even going to lie. But obviously, some of the stuff that I obviously got to find out now was the fact that she did grow up in a shack, you know. So it means that she does not come from a home where they have much. That's the first thing. She obviously was a virgin, and I think, in my personal opinion, this is a man that is like almost 50 years older than her. I think that definitely advantage was taken. That's literally what I honestly do see. I feel like maybe there was a bit of advantage that was actually taken, because how do you find a man that is almost 50 years older than you attractive and you are even a virgin? For me, it doesn't make sense unless you do have some serious daddy issues. And she did say that she grew up in a single parenthood parent house. So, her mom was a single mom. So it means her dad was not around. And so maybe that is the reason, right? But the part that I think that I actually want to get into here is that, guys, Abafana, they don't change. They call them Abafana because by fan. Majority of the time, they do not. A man, if he's a dog in his 20s, he'll be a dog in his 30s, in his 40s, in his 60s, in his 80s, up until the day the nigger is laid to the ground and he cannot be a dog anymore because the soul has left. He's a dog on another universe, another spectrum, honey. The spiritual gender world. He's a dog over there, so he's no longer a dog physical, but men at most times, guys, they do not change. And I'm saying this at least for women that are out there. Maybe they're like, oh no, maybe he's a hoe. Now, because he's in his 20s, he's still playing, because that's what they would say. He's still playing. By the time he's in his 30s, like he's going to get tired. Obviously, now he's in his 30s. By the time he's in his 40s, he will be ready to settle down. He will be okay. When Ajay he won't change. He will still be a hoe at 80. He won't change. And men, guys, will lie to get what they want. They will lie to get what they want. They will pretend to get what they want. I personally here, what I'm going to go ahead and just comment on is that, okay, from what Laconco was saying, the timeline, it was showing that she and Zuma actually were together. Even when he paid Lobola, he had never slept with her. But even if, let's say, Zuma paid 100,000 or Zuma paid 150 or even 200,000 for Lobola, how much is money for Zuma? How much is money? Hey, bowling. Hey, agabola. Agabola. Hey, how much is money? Hey, bowling. Ay. How much is money for Zuma, guys? How much? So, money to that man is nothing really. And I'm not saying that the fact that he paid Lobola does not matter. No. That's not what I'm saying. It does matter because he paid Lobola. She is his wife because he paid Lobola, unless if they've gone through a divorce. But him paying Lobola, obviously, that is basically them getting married. But how much is money for Zuma? He married her and they had not slept together. They still continued. He bought a ring and it seems they had not slept together. Up until he now said, I want to build a family with you. I want a child. How does a child come? That man should have just said, please give me that pam, give me your virginity and leave Umtana alone. But Yenaveli, because she's here, we're making a baby, we are having a family. I don't think that's what he really wanted, because this man already has families. With an S. I personally feel like this man really just wanted the virginity. And that is also another style that men do these days. Well, it's not only these days, they've been doing it. But I feel like now what they'll do is that they will be telling I want us to have a baby because they don't want to use protection with you. They don't care about the baby. They don't even want the baby. They just want to sleep with you without a condom. So that when you'll be like, we're busy building a family, we're making a baby, what. So in this case, she goes on and she does the deed with Zuma clearly without the protection. Hence, the child was conceived. And after the child was born, Mugai disappeared. This disappeared. Be stingy with your womb. Be very stingy with your womb. Because how much is money for Zuma? Personally, I feel like Zuma can even afford to go and Lobola 5 girls right now if you wanted. And it wouldn't really mean much, because how much is money? It's just money, most. And then I get what I want and I can live. Like, I'm sure he has bought more extravagant gifts even for his kids or his family, more than what he spent in that lobola. So how much is money? Be very careful, guys, out there. Be very, very careful. And please understand, a leopard will never change its spots. It won't. And this is just advice for someone that is out there maybe and you're with this guy. First of all, for me personally, okay, I would understand with her. She had a child in marriage because he had already paid lobola. They were now married. But for someone like Zuma, you need to understand you're no longer just playing with a dog. You're playing with a big dog here, This is somebody that has money at his disposal that he can just use it anyhow. Now, when it comes to the not so rich, the less rich, or they're a bit struggling. If a boy comes and says he wants a child with you, but he did not marry you, understand that is not our womb yet. It's my womb, so I'm not getting into that business. The only man you can give a child is our womb, okay? Unless you want a child for yourself, then you can have that child. But me personally, I'll never have a child with a boy. For him, he comes to me, Owamie, let's have a child. With whose womb? Bring your womb, okay, let's have that child, let's see. Never. Unless I actually just want the child for myself. And not that nonsense of a person will keep talking all of a sudden, oh, I also want a child. I'm having a child for myself. If it's the one that raises it first, it was never your idea in the first place. It's only your idea if when you sit and you're like, yeah, I want a child for myself right now. So I'm going to choose, or okay, fine, maybe that will be the father, then I will go into that. That's it. But you also need to be someone that is financially made, guys, because you can't just bring these kids to this earth, poor children, for them to suffer. But now for me, honestly, it just seems like this man saw this young virgin that was very proud of her virginity. Because I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I even saw her on the news, and, she was that person that like, look at her, she's big, she's beautiful, and she's a virgin, she's treating herself well. And this old man decided that he's going to go and take that from her. Because remember, she actually did say that the reason why she was a virgin, it was not because of maybe she was saving herself for marriage or she was saving herself for whatever, for her man or whatever. She did it because she really wanted to just be a virgin. She was doing it for herself. But he came, he took that, and he left her with a child. Imagine jumping straight from a virgin to a single mother. That's sad. That's really sad. And that's the thing, guys. You think Jacob Zuma did not know Laconco grew up without a father? That she grew up in a single parent home? He knew. Obviously, she must have told him that, well, actually, I grew up in a shack with my mom and maybe my siblings and stuff who didn't have a father. But he didn't care to say. He still went and he did what her father did to the mother, if obviously that's what he did. But he wasn't around. I don't know if maybe he passed away. If he did pass away, I'm really so sorry, because I know that people don't choose. But I'm just saying, why would you do that to a virgin? So, and she even said that the people that went there to Lobola, they actually said that we have gone to like Lobola, but we have never like you raised our bride well. We have never Lobolad one that is like this. So we don't know if one that is like this is because of the virginity or whatever. And remember, guys, Jacob Zuma never attended his own Lobola. He only called, and she was okay with that, to call how are things going. He wasn't there for the Lobola. So he sent people, and with money, they paid the money. But how much is money for Jacob Zuma? And I think that's something that you need to also see. When we were younger, there used to be this thing where they would even tell us to say, let's say maybe you've got two guys. This one makes 100,000. This other one makes 25,000 rands. Or rather, let's say this other one makes 50K. The other one makes 100K, right? The one that makes 100K maybe gives you 10,000. And then the one that makes 50K gives you 10,000. The one that makes 50K gives you more. Looking at from where is he giving. Sometimes you should look at people's intentions. Because for someone that has got money that is disposable, it's easy to fool you. If I have 1 million and you're my girl, it's easy for me to give you 10,000 rands. It's easy. But it doesn't mean I love you. It's just because I have a lot of money in disposal. Like, what is 10,000 in the greater scheme of 1 million? When I will be sitting there like, this one loves me more, me. John only 9,000. This one gives me 10,000. But John is giving you from 50K. So this man really sacrifices a lot for you. And then we end up choosing the wrong one, who gives us kids and run away. Because his aim was never to stay. And the problem with them again is when they leave, they don't even support the kids. Nansi, umuntu ophethe umntana kasoka laKwaZuma, having to hustle for your child? Honey, they don't change. Even in their old age. When I was talking about we can't even trust our grandfathers with our love, you guys were laughing. But it's not a laughing matter. We can't even trust our grandfathers. What are the boys gonna do to us if our grandfathers cannot even feel for us? Hi guys. No. But it is heartbreaking, honestly. Because I feel like the way she describes when he had that conversation, it seems like she was also a bit taken back. But now remember, she's a wife. So he knows, like, what reason do you have to not want to sleep with your wife? And he never said, I want your virginity. He said, I want to build a house, a family. And then after that, he names the child Akile, which means we are building. And he leaves her to build alone. Again, jumping from being a virgin to a single mom is wild business for me. But anyway, do go ahead and comment down below what you guys think of this whole situation. From Owamie, I love you guys. I'm actually exhausted, not even going to lie. So I'm sorry if my energy is not as high. I'm not feeling well as well today. But I love you guys. Stay blessed, and I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye, ninjas.